Yeah, welcome back to another episode of the Format Podcast. Got a heck of a show on tap for you here today. Wasn't even planning on recording, but then I just got hit with the news that pretty much dropped the bomb on the sports world. Damian Lillard, who had demanded a trade from Portland earlier this offseason, appears to be headed towards Milwaukee to join with Giannis and form arguably the best 1-2 punch in the league. And we're going to talk about that. Just had to hop on here and give my thoughts. But before we do, you know what time it is. If you haven't already and you're here on YouTube, please go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, and that notification bell. Make sure you stay up to date whenever new content drops on the channel. Also, if you want the audio only version of the podcast, make sure that you open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in the Format Podcast, and subscribe right there. If you enjoy the content, give us that 5-star review and leave a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Now let's get right to it. Oh my goodness. Woo! So Damian Lillard demanded out of Portland earlier this offseason, and what was reported, he only wanted to go to Miami, and Miami apparently wasn't willing to come off of the compensation that Portland was looking for to make this deal. Now, Dame Lillard has said for years that he was loyal to the soil, wanted to stay in Portland, wanted to win a championship in Portland, made a heck of a lot of money in Portland, but I guess it finally got to the point where he said, listen, I've been here a long time, now I am trying to win. And there's been tons of speculation about different places he would go. It's thought that eventually he would have ended up in Miami because in the NBA, the superstars generally get their way. They get what they want. Within the last couple of days, the reporting was that Toronto was the odds-on favorite to land Dame in the trade deal, that their GM, Masai Ujiri, was ready to push all his chips to the middle of the table, hopefully catch lightning in a bottle, maybe something like he got back in 2019 with Kawhi Leonard, and get a championship out of it, even if it was only for 1 year. However, now we hear Adrian Wojnarowski drop what we call the Woj bomb, and he is reporting that the Portland Trailblazers are trading guard Damian Lillard to the Milwaukee Bucks as part of a 3-team deal that also includes the Phoenix Suns. Portland is expected to receive Drew Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Toumani Camara, Milwaukee's 2029 unprotected first-round pick, and unprotected Milwaukee swap rights in 2028 and 2030. The Suns are supposed to get Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. Now, this is an interesting thing, and I think it may work well on both sides because obviously as a place to live, as a city, as a climate, all of that, Milwaukee can't touch Miami. Got it. However, Milwaukee is a recent NBA champion, and that's something Dame Lillard says he's been craving. He wants an opportunity to win, and now he's getting with, easily a top 3 player in the league, arguably the best player in the league in Giannis, multiple-time MVP, multiple-time defensive player of the year, multiple-time All-NBA. So he's going to get with him. Now, this is a situation which really could bode well for both teams and both players, right? Now, earlier this offseason, we heard Giannis saying that he wasn't anxious to sign the extension, no matter how much money it was, because what? He had to make sure that the Bucks were on the same page as him in terms of trying to win another championship. And we all know, like Pat Riley said it, 35 years ago, there's winning and there's misery. And, all the greats will tell you, once you taste the championship, you want that taste again and again and again. And it's just addictive. You want to keep on winning, right? So Giannis clearly has that. We know this is a guy that works extremely hard. This is a guy that just recently was down in Houston working with Hakeem Olajuwon to make himself a better offensive player. And now you get Dame Lillard, who we know is one of the better offensive guards, maybe of all time now. Depends on what you think about the rules and how they've affected the modern game. But regardless, Dame Lillard is an elite shooter. He's an elite scorer. He can handle the ball. When he's got guys to pass it to, he can pass it. He's an elite clutch player. And this takes a lot of the pressure off of Giannis in terms of how to deal with tight situations in games down the stretch in championship environments. Now, obviously, Dame hasn't been there, but we know Dame is a guy who's hit a number of walk-off game-winning shots in the playoffs and in the regular season. This is a guy who can score from distance. So this is actually good for Giannis because you're not going to be able to pack the lane as tightly against Giannis and form the proverbial wall to keep him from getting to the rim, because Dame Lillard is going to stretch that defense more than any player that Milwaukee has had in recent years, even though Milwaukee's been an outstanding three-point shooting team. This to me is going to be so interesting. I think this is an incredible 1-2 punch. And what I also like here is you're seeing another team really go ahead and lift up the level of competition in the East, and you're not seeing teams with 3 superstars on one squad as much now. You're seeing the talent get dispersed a little better throughout the league. Now, does this make Portland any better? Probably not. They may make the playoffs. They may be a good team, but in terms of championship aspirations, that's not going to happen. Now, does this immediately vault the Bucks back into contention? I think they do, although they lose something on the perimeter defense with Jrue Holiday, multiple-time All-NBA defender, because we know Dame is not a guy who's going to defend. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to hide him on that front. But Giannis is so manic. Giannis is so energetic. Giannis is so strong. This is the guy that he'll do whatever he believes it takes to win. And now you add an elite number 2 to him. This could get very, very interesting very, very quickly. I'm super excited to see this. And, if you know me, I've been enjoying the football season and everything so far. But in the immortal words of Lee Corso, the NBA said, "Not so fast." And they just took the spotlight right back from the NFL and for college football, at least for today. But yeah, I wanted to hop on here, give you my thoughts on that real quick. So please leave your thoughts in the comment section. How do you think this deal affects the NBA on the whole? How do you think how do you think this deal affects the Milwaukee Bucks? Do they have a better chance of winning the East and maybe winning a championship? What do other teams need to do in response to this? Leave your comments in the comment section. Can't wait to hear from you. Can't wait to respond to them. And I'll be back. And I'm out. Peace.